Sophia Talks. We are back talking The Real Housewives of New York, Season 12, Episode 18. But before we get started, if you have not subscribed, please do. Help me grow my channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Now on to the show. So this episode opens up and I feel happy about it. Everybody was asleep. So then you know there's not going to be a lot of arguments. People can't fight you in their sleep. Or can they? Anyway, Dorinda gets up. It turns out she has hired these trainers, which the girls have classified as hot. Okay, so they are here to work out with the girls. The girls are all asleep. Dorinda is the only one up at the time. She tries to get everybody up, but nobody's going for it. Even when she told them about the hot guys, the excitement wore off really quick. They just hung over and tired. Dorinda goes out there to work out with the guys and she tells them, okay, you guys teach me something and I'll teach you something. So she gets the guys to do the Dorinda size with her. So she's out there giving them all of 1980. She is in her 80s glory out there working out with these guys. And then Luann comes out. Now mind you, Luann comes out with full workout outfits, glasses, her hair is perfectly coiffed. She was ready, okay? Luann knows how to attract a man, let me tell you. She gets out there and she turns it on, all the charm. You know how she likes to use her accent, throw out her French. Oh, she was doing it. I like Luann, she's fun. So Luann gets out there and does a little workout with the guys, a few lunges, you know, checking everybody out. Luann is funny, especially when they are sober. Her and Dorinda had a great time. The ladies wake up cheerful and happy, but I mean, if you're in Mexico in a beautiful villa with people who are making breakfast and giving you coffee and juice, and all the stuff that you want, how could you not be happy? So Sonia has a launch party for her brand in about a week, which was weird to me that she was just sitting down at the table on her iPad to work out the invitations. Ooh, shouldn't those invitations have gone out earlier? I mean, I'm not the queen of etiquette, but I think that if the party is next week, I think you should send out the invitations earlier. People have lives. I'm just saying. So she's sitting at the table working on these invitations, and Leah is also sitting at the table, but she's working on her clothing line, trying to get a little business done early in the morning before they, have fun for the rest of the day. Well, Dorinda is not okay with it. She comes to the happy table and she makes a comment that it's not nice for you to be on your iPad and your laptop. We're trying to have a nice breakfast and you should put that stuff away. Well, when Sonia says that, she's working and she's got to get these invitations out, Dorinda pops up out of her seat and says, well, I've got invitations that has to go out. I have stuff that has to go out. She runs off to get her cell phone, so I guess she could work on her invitations. Oh my gosh. At the table too. So then that takes Ramona and Luann by storm. Like, they are upset by this. Leah has no idea what she's done wrong. Leah closes her laptop, puts down her phone. Sonia says she doesn't care. She's going to get up and take her iPad to the kitchen because she has got to get these invitations out. And that just ticks Dorinda off. Listen, that is a lightweight argument. I mean, it was nothing big. I mean, Sonia says she's got to make a living. I say, let the woman make a living. Leave her alone.
I have to make a living.
Sonia!
Sorry. Bye.
Dorinda can vent on me all she needs, but I need to work on my invitations.
It can't wait. It has to go out now. Yesterday.
She's making a living. Ramona decides to have this entire conversation with Sonia about Dorinda's behavior.
It's very offensive to say that.
Well, you know what? I'm going to say, oh, you said you're like 55. I remember when I was 55. That's when I entered menopause. If you had entered menopause yet.
Instead of talking about her behavior, talk about the medical
I was
stuff.
like 56. I mean, that could be a reason.
You know,
No, I don't think it's appropriate to bring up the woman's menopause right then. And if she does bring it up, please don't bring it up in front of the rest of the group. I mean, we're all women, and at some point, every woman goes through menopause. But if you're going to bring up her bad attitude and her bad behavior and menopause all at the same time, I don't think it's going to go well for you, Ramona. She is going to rip your head off. That's all I'm saying. Be careful. So Luann and Leah go for a walk out on the beach, and Luann spots these two.
I don't see wedding rings either, so we're
No,
not.
we're both single.
What about you?
Oh, single. Okay. Single. Accent, right? Where are you from?
From Montreal. How about you?
Oh, Montreal. Great. New York. New York.
New York.
You should come and see the house. Pretty fabulous.
Come on. It's a visit?
Yeah, we're not going to kidnap you.
I don't care what anybody says about Luann. Luann knows how to find a man. She knows how to talk to a man. I'm telling you, Luann is somebody that would be cool to hang out with when you are in search of a man. She has no problem speaking to men, period. It does not matter. Her and Ramona are the co-captains of the Cougar team. Let me tell you, they can track a man faster than anybody else. When Ramona sees the men at the house, her face lights up. She says, "Oh my God, is this a mirage or is this real men?" Oh Lord. Oh my God. Could you imagine? Oh wow. Listen, these women are not shy. They are not. Girls get all dressed up. They're gonna go out for a lovely dinner. They have invited the two men from the beach, Philip and Pascal, and they say they're gonna join them there. They all go into Dorinda's room to see when she was gonna be ready, and Dorinda has diarrhea. Oh gosh, they went way too into it, and I'm just not. All I'm gonna say is Luann walked in and she said, "Ooh, it smells in here." She went and got the Chanel body spray. She sprayed the whole room up. I mean, yikes, Dorinda. She says it's a problem that she's had for a while, and I'm thinking, get help, get help. The girls get to dinner. It's a beautiful restaurant, and Philip and Pascal show up. And I was surprised, but then I said, no, you know, the ladies are cute and the cameras are filming, so they'll show up, and they did. Leah made a statement while they were at dinner. She says, these ladies act like they're high society women, but really they're just regular chicks. And that is the truth. They are regular chicks that have a lot of money, and that's it. And it's so funny, the ladies act totally different when there's a man around. Have you noticed that? When there's men around, they do not act the same way. Ramona was gushing with that man. Oh my God, how old are you? Oh no. Oh my gosh, what? You think that I'm 44 too? Oh my. Oh, it was so funny. And Leah, whew, she moves fast, let me tell you.
I'm sure.
Well, how old are you?
44.
And you think I'm 44?
Yeah.
I'm 60.
No kidding. I don't believe you.
I'm 60.
I know, she likes it. I love this.
He's 39.
he's
She's
keeping up with
37, thank God.
Thing is even though she moves fast, it was better than her hollering and screaming and dancing on the tables and trying to tear down the shrimp platter or whatever that was at the party, and you know, cartwheels and backflips. Making out with this man was much better, I guess. It still was in public. You know, that's a lot going on in a public spot. I'm just saying, for my taste, I'm such a prude. Now the next day, old green-eyed monster hit Ramona, honey. She goes to see Dorinda, who's laid up in the bed with her medication for her problem. And she shows Dorinda a video of Leah kissing that man in the restaurant. And Dorinda makes a comment. She says, it looks like this one got away. She didn't get her claws into this one, did she? Dorinda has Ramona's number. She really does. Ramona says that Leah's like an untamed horse. She doesn't have the best decorum. And I thought, neither do you, Ramona. Neither do you. She plays like she has the best behavior ever. But then as soon as something doesn't go her way, she acts a fool, or when she has too much to drink. Speaking of drinking, remember last episode when she went through the whole, I drink water when we go out. Ramona was throwing back the shots. I said, where's your water? I'm just saying. She ticked me off with that. I drink water. That really ticked me off. But anyway, I didn't see much water. The ladies are going to see a shaman to get a blessing. And then they're going in something they called the Cenote. One thing that was weird too is before they left to go to the Cenote, Leah tells Ramona that she peed herself the night before. And I thought, what? First of all, you had a lot to drink, so I could excuse your peeing on yourself this once. But why would you tell Ramona? Ramona doesn't like you, girl. I mean, why would you tell her? Believe this is going to come back. It will never die. Ramona will bring this up at the worst time. She's gonna regret telling Ramona that. So the girls are on the bus on their way to the Cenote, and Luann shows Dorinda a picture of some man who she says won American Idol. And Dorinda says, oh, he is really hot. And then she shows the picture to Ramona, and Ramona says that she went out on a date with the man. And Luann said, yes, so did Tinsley. What? So Dorinda says what I'm thinking. She says, why do they always like to share a man? She said, why is it always like ring around the rosy with them? She said that they always have to go back and forth with the same men. And I said to myself, what is the population of men in New York City? What? Why are they sharing men like this? They share men like the people on Vanderpump share men and women. I mean, what is happening? I am not for that. I am not for my friend group experiencing the same D that I'm experiencing. No, you don't need to ride that. This is one horse. Please stay away from it. That is, to me, is crossing the line of friendship, and it's gross. That's all I'm saying. I don't like the whole pass the man around situation. No. The ladies received their blessing from the shaman, but a whole bunch of birds started reacting loudly at the time of the blessing. So Dorinda said, this is starting to feel like a little bit of a horror movie. I mean, she is hilarious when she is sober, I'm telling you. Those birds would have freaked me out a little bit too, but it was a blessing, and it was so many people around. It's not a horror movie. After that, the ladies rappel into the Cenote, and it was Luann and Dorinda and Leah. Luann and Dorinda went on in no problem. Leah was scared to death, and I don't blame her, because I would have been scared too. Plus, she said she was still nursing a hangover from the night before, so she was freaked out. But once she hit the water, she said, hangover over. I mean, Ramona and Sonia, they were not repelling. They decided to take the steps and come down there. I can tell you that place was gorgeous. It was so beautiful. But I saw the bats hanging up in the cave, and I said, oh no, I would not have come down there. I would not have dipped a toe in that water. Do you see the bats? I'm scared. I'm scared of everything. I would have stood there for 5 seconds to take a few photos, you know, for the gram. And then I would have been back out. No, do you see the bats? I cannot. Anyway, the girls had a beautiful time. So after that, they have a little place there for snacks. So the ladies had some snacks and some drinks. They were drinking cucumber juice and some other things. And in the middle of their conversation, Leah says something about having a witch that she goes to see in Brooklyn, and she had an ex-boyfriend that the witch helped her get over because she had bad energy in her vagina, and the witch told her to put these crystals in her vagina to zap away the bad energy. Now when she says that, Ramona and Dorinda and the rest of the girls looked like her hair had just set fire at the table. They were looking at her like, say what now? Oh my God. I was thinking the same thing. I said, oh, Leah is special. I love her. I do, but I can't stop laughing. She does a lot. And I was thinking the same thing. They said they said you put the crystal in there. And she said, well, sure, yeah. And I'm thinking, okay. Anyway, the conversation was saved by a phone call to Dorinda. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh. Okay, so Dorinda gets a call from her daughter, Hannah, and Hannah is super excited because she's got some good news to share. So Dorinda, as a mom, she's ecstatic. Her baby has good news. Us moms, you know how we do. We got to celebrate with our kids. And when they're happy, so are we. So she's excited. She's sitting there having this conversation. And Luann and Ramona said, oh, wait a minute now. Earlier this morning at breakfast, it wasn't all right to get on your cell phone and have a conversation. And Luann says you have to take a call from your daughter, but to be proper, you would get up from the table with that call. Honey, no. Ramona, she done started something, but the best thing that happened was Dorinda.
Thank you so much for the advice and everything you gave me.
I hate when you make like mocking and sarcastic.
Listen, why
Can I give you a good example?
I'm not interested.
No, that's
I gotta call my daughter.
We want to help you. Don't you understand? There's a problem here. We want to help you. You're not getting it.
You need to
And
get
you're getting
help.
angry at us, and we want to
need to
help
get
you.
help.
It's really upsetting that you won't listen.
I just got
It's really upsetting that
I
you
just
won't
gotta-
take it in.
I gotta call Hannah. I gotta congratulate
Why
her.
does she's really
Oh, you're
angry.
okay, Ramona. You'll be okay. Okay, Ramona? I know you got hysterical there.
Gave her nothing but sarcastic shade, and poor Ramona, we're trying to help you. And she put on that whole fake crying. I mean, as soon as she got called out, no tears. I can't deal with that fake crying. I really can't. And Dorinda, oh my gosh, the way she played Ramona was priceless. Ramona had no idea what to do. And then her being so angry because she was embarrassed. I mean, even Sonia said, look at her, these crocodile tears. I mean, just phony. And she had to have a moment. You know what I mean? You're doing this in front of these people. You're embarrassing everybody again. Then she gets ticked off and takes her anger out on Leah. You didn't come to our defense. And Leah says, the three of you were already ganging up on her. What did I need to join in for? And that is the truth. Why do I have to be a part of your gang? Leave me alone. She said, I know that Dorinda has issues and I know that she's bad sometimes, but I'm not going to pal on when the three of you are already doing such a good job. Ramona was pissed. You know what? Ramona is lucky that Dorinda didn't lose it on her butt. Ramona in this fake everything is ridiculous. And how many times this season have we heard Ramona say, I know I look young, I look young, I look young. I mean, it's cool that you look young, it's cool that you're pretty, but you don't have to say it over and over and over again, because it makes people think that you are truly insecure about your looks, that you have to keep bringing it up over and over and over again. You're either insecure about your looks or you're insecure about your age. It's not that big of a deal. I think that Ramona is a very beautiful woman, no matter what age she is. As a matter of fact, I think all the ladies are beautiful. It's just, life is not always about beauty. It's about how you carry yourself. It's about how you treat others. It's about being respectful and kind to people, and not saying that you have to be a pushover, because you don't. But come on, this is ridiculous. And then at one point, Leah had to backtrack because she had made these comments about, all the ladies being old and, all these other comments, but she can barely hang with these women, and they're twice her age. See, people who are older can have just as much fun as younger people. Anyway, this episode was pretty good. They argued a little, but not that much, and they had a good time, and I really liked that. I look forward to next week's episode. I also look forward to that reunion, and I'm telling you, I hope that we have some kind of cast shakeup next season. I would love it very much if they'd bring Bethany back. That's all I'm saying. But until next time, bye.